La 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 la. La 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 la. G'day everyone. Welcome to the video. If you are watching after this live, thanks for coming on in and having a listen. It's 6:27 p.m., so not too long after the final game, which was Cowboys and Newcastle Knights. This is your round 24 wrap up. Really crazy sort of plays, I think, in terms of like some of the trades this week, but also just in terms of certain players going absolutely huge. For myself, a bit disappointed in some of the trades I've done in the last few weeks, to be honest with you. Think I've been constantly chasing points when my team was kind of set up. A few weeks ago with the Payne Haas illness, I traded him out and then sort of banked on him, I guess, being injured with the niggle to his back. And then on top of that, I then went to Nicara. I've then now this week kind of listened to SC Playbook and agreed with something from Desi where he talked about trading out Dylan Edwards and going Tommy Turbo. I did that thinking it was going to be the reversal of what the points were, really. Dylan Edwards goes massive. Turbo does absolutely... I shouldn't say he does nothing, but it just doesn't get a lot of super coach points this week. And it backfired heavily on me. So that hurts. What did I get? 1358 I got with a few low scores and an injury. But we'll get into that. But let's get into it. NRL round 24 wrap up. Panthers versus Melbourne Storm. This hurt me really hard. Had him in my team, got rid of him. I did not think Dylan Edwards was going to go 119. Maybe I should have read into Pappenhausen not playing a bit more. I just didn't think Edwards... I think there was a period where he was on like 35, 40 points and it was looking like he wasn't going to have a huge one, and I was like sort of happy with that. And he's just proven me wrong. It's a swing of like literally 100 points on me. It's also possibly just a swing of more down the track. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I really liked Turbo's draw coming up as well. And I said to myself, you know what? Just get him now. He's going to do well against the Tigers and you're going to reap the benefits and keep being aggressive. And when I have 2 trades left and I go down to 1 now, doing a trade like this, it really hurts. Targo, Sorensen, nice scores. Cleary, 74. Some people would have vice-captained him. I'm not sure if a lot of people did the captaincy on him. That would have been crazy. Vice-captain makes sense. You wouldn't have taken that, of course. But a very close game as well. And for a game like this, I think you're very happy with the amount of points Supercoach-wise that you've got. That's something really positive to see. And also, I just think Melbourne haven't been the same Melbourne defensive side they always are consistently in the past. So that's something I should have taken into account a bit more. I was like, oh, it's Melbourne. Edwards isn't going to do that great. And I think I was just wrong on that. I was completely wrong on that. And obviously I was wrong on that. So yeah, Papali, he's been a great little play since Yao. Isaiah Yeo getting, injured. That was called out on some channels as well. So that's been a great play. I think you got to try this game as well. Look, McLean, Toto, you live with the 61. That's really good for someone's kind of base and where he's at, and that's where he lives. Nothing else I'd really like. Blaze Tlagi, 43. You're not really happy with that. Again, it's against Melbourne. Tyron Wishart, 74. That's huge for the Storm. Katoa, 74. Really, really good. Meany, 84. And Harry Grant. Wow, what a try. 86. He's proving to be, when there was this whole debate about Brayley, Watson, Harry Grant, I think in the last few weeks, he's really stepped up a notch and he's been super, super consistent. And I think he's shown why in the last like 3 to 4 weeks, why he is the premium go-to hooker. And it's really worked out well for us. Coates has been great. I really doubted Coates also in the last 2 to 3 weeks. He has proven me wrong, in all honesty, because I did not think he'd be as good as he was. I also think for the SC Finals, he'll be a great play. But yeah, Melbourne get away, or not get away, but get a very nice win with a very nice late try. And honestly, super coach wise, I wouldn't be looking anywhere else besides sort of Coates, Katoa, Harry Grant, and then obviously Pappenhausen when he comes back, if you still have him and held him. Going next to the Warriors and the Dragons. This was a very cool game. Felt like the Dragons could have got away with this one, but just didn't. Warriors had a few things go their way, and it got very good for them and very lucky. But at the same time, they won, and that's all that matters. Pompey, 100, nice. Faggy, 127, cool. I'm not sure how many people have those in their teams. Aaron Clark, 66, good to be back up there. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, we've spoken about him. 72 is nice. I feel like with Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, it's so hard to find him sometimes break the ceiling of like 100. It's like really interesting. He just, when he has a really good game, it sort of lives between that 70 to 85 mark. Whereas with these premiums like Lomax and stuff like that, they can easily breach the 100 point. So yeah, that's something I've sort of been noticing with RTS. Tane Tuabiki, 76. Played at fullback. That's nice to see. Wade Egan, 53. That's where he sort of lives in those 50s up until the early 60s. And honestly, nothing else crazy from Warriors, from Supercoach relevant. I mean, the only thing is if you had Charles Nickel-Cookstad or Harris Tavita, you'll live with Harris Tavita, 61. Hello, Mark. How you doing? Only 1390 for me. The wife got 1472. Wow. Great score from your wife. So, if I didn't trade Edwards, and for some reason this week, I decided to play Marky Mark over Brimson. And I kind of found myself scratching my head a bit to that, because when the Bulldogs-Roosters game started, I mean, just started, first 5 minutes, I said to myself, why have I reserved Marky Mark? I was like, surely Brimson was the play into some injuries against the Sharks, and I was wrong. So I had a 40-point swing. So if I had that, I would have had a 40-point swing into a, 41, another 80. So I had a 120-point swing. I could have got nearly 1,500 this week if I just didn't trade. That hurts me a lot. And I also had a DNP this week. So with a DNP, trading in Edwards to Turbo and Garrick injury, I got 1358. Holy crap, that feels awful. How are you, Mark, though? Nice score still. You'll live with that. All right, let's get back to this wrap-up. What did Gutherson get? Oh, he only got 44 this game. Interesting. Yeah, nothing much here. King Togia proves to us, I feel like he's starting to settle in that role. He's getting some better Supercoach points, and it feels like he's looking and just playing better. That's really nice to see. Anyone else from Warriors I'd really want to talk about? No, not really. And anyone else from Dragons I'd really want to talk about? I think DeBellin went off with an injury. They had some injury worries this game as well. Tupelodu, 43. We're not going back there. And yeah, honestly, that is it for the Dragons, to be honest with you. Roosters versus Bulldogs. This was a massive surprise to me in terms of score and outcome. I really thought Bulldogs were going to bounce back. Naf White, 105. I think he got 2 tries this game for memory. Tedesco, 85. I'll live with that. Tupou, 90. He's proving to be one of the biggest CT dub plays. The difference that Sam Walker makes to this team is absolutely insane. In all honesty, Sam Walker next season for me as Dally M is just sitting right. I think there's a massive chance. Angus Crichton, 83. That is huge as well. Again, Marky Mark, 35. You live and you die by the sword of Marky Mark. This one, he couldn't snag a try or any sort of attacking stat in terms of a try assist. Line break assist. It was really tough for him. Maybe I shouldn't have gone there. In terms of the Bulldogs, who seem to just be wearing off a bit here, really interesting. Crichton, 52, high score of 52 points in this, which is absolutely absurd, to be honest with you. What do we say about the Bulldogs? They need to regather themselves, come back and be a bit better. Karaz only with 36. That really, really hurts. That was the wild surprise to me. And Galvin with 30, who I didn't reserve anyway, so that's fine. But yeah, very interesting. Roosters are on a massive roll here. And honestly, I believe the Roosters can be a contender to get into like the top 4 of like the last 4 left. Not obviously top 4 on the ladder, but like honestly, if they play well. But yeah, it's just very interesting how good they're playing now. Okay with the score, but with more injuries, only 1 trade left. Looks like Garrick gone. There goes my last trade. I'm personally not going to trade Garrick. The reason being is I already have Brimson and Marky Mark. So I'm honestly going to sit Garrick out. I think that's not the play for me. Because if something goes wrong with like Harry Grant or someone gets rested, I'll be in more trouble. Also, Brimson has New Zealand next week at Seabus, so I'm more than happy just to swap out Garrick. My whole team is set, and that's why I did the trade from Edwards to Turbo. Obviously, that backfired on me, but I did captain Drinkwater, which I'm super, super happy with. I went out on a bit of a limb. I was going to vice-captain Lomax. I was going to vice-captain Hynes, but I just went with my gut and said I'm going to vice-captain Turbo and captain Drinky and just stick with it. So that worked out well. I should have just held strong on holding Edwards, though. I was very scared. I was actually fearing that Edwards could get like a 50-60 and Turbo would just go bananas. And yeah, we'll get to the wrap-up of that game, but that was something to be forgotten for a certain team. Next game, Sharks versus Titans. Hynes goes bananas, 145. This is why you don't trade out guys you know that can go this type of score. Do you think Brayley loses? Do you think Brayley loses? What's that word? Man, my eyes have been so bad lately. I actually can't read that. Are you saying try assist? Is that try assist? I wouldn't know because I wasn't able to watch all of the game, unfortunately. I only watched, I think, half of it. Harodi, 113. Just let me know if you meant try assist there. I'm not sure if that's what you meant. I don't know. I'd need to see it, to be honest with you. But what did Brayley get? 71. You'll live with that. That is very good. If he loses try assist, you'll still live with it. So that's fine. Harodi, 113. Mulatalo, 100. We spoke about him being a pod as well. Sharks scoring 54 points. I feel like it's amazing if they score 54 points and only 4 people go over 100. I feel like that amazes me in some way. I could be crazy in saying that, but Hynes reaps the benefits the most here. Titans are just so inconsistent. I don't know what's wrong with that team. It's just so weird. But yeah, a lot of people I think vice-captained or captain Hynes this week. Very nice play. Surprisingly not the top score as of yet, but basically right there with it. Fanua Blake only 34. This hurt me a bit as well. I would say this is because it was just such a high-scoring game. The clock's ticking while the tries are going through, and it's just going always to the centers. They might be getting a ton of line breaks and more running from the forwards in terms of actually taking runs. So that hurt me a bit, but that's fine. Katoa 108, again, that's fine. Mulatalo, I think, is the play there anyway. They like going left a lot. Thermal 65, again, he lives in the 60 to 70 mark. That's how he is. Brimson 71 hurt me. I didn't actually think he'd go that good, to be honest with you, and he did. That's a very good score when you're putting up 50, when you're letting the opponents put up 54 points. Philip Sami, he's been great. I think this guy is one we have to watch out for next season, Philip Sami, because he is a gun and he can score tries. And I think next season he's going to be someone that's on my radar depending on the draw for Gold Coast. Well, obviously I'm talking way ahead here, but he's just a great player. Verrill 79 top scores. Honestly, Tino 56, I'll live with that. Campbell 51, I'll live with that in a scoreline like this. And nothing much else to talk about from the Titans. Also, congratulations to Kinney coming back. I don't think this was the game I would have brought Keanu Kinney back in, to be honest with you. I find it very weird from Des Hasler that he wanted to bring Kinney back against the Sharks at Shark Park. Oh, man. I feel like Hasler needs to go, but that's just me as well, just saying that. Broncos versus Dolphins. This was a cracker of the game. Reece Walsh, 153. We spoke about him a few weeks back about his run home, him being a great possible play for Supercoach. And this game, he's everywhere. It feels like he has taken up a bit more of a role now of just being the centerpiece even more with Adam Reynolds and Ezra Mam being injured. And he has to take more of the workload, which you're seeing here. He also looked a bit more patient. Payne Haas, 99. It's really hurt me that I traded out Payne Haas and took a gamble. Maybe I should have. I think I should have held, but... You know, I go for these gambles and sometimes I win, sometimes I'll lose. Stags, 93. Got 1 or 2 tries in this as well. Hunt, 70. Shibasaki, 65. Carrigan, 48. Again, I just don't think he was a good trade in a few weeks back when people were doing it. Dolphins, 99 for Jeremy Marshall-King. Fuller, Trey Fuller, he's a great Supercoach player. Another person we need to actually have on a watch list for next season. He's really, really good. He got a massive injury. He's come back, and in the first game, he's done 79 Supercoach points. That's really, really nice to see. Hammer's been weird this season. Super weird Supercoach-wise, but yeah, it is what it is. Asako, 39 only. I still think if you're on Asako, you have to get rid of him, but that's just me. It seems like they go left always, and if they do go right, it just ends in Avarillo's hands, and that's it. And that would be it for this game, to be honest with you. Nothing else here I talk about. If you still have Karapani, you'll live with the 46, but it's getting very tight now. I think he's someone you might have to start looking to get rid of. But that's just me. Depending on Broncos' draw, though, if they have something good, I don't know exactly what the draw is for the Broncos. So they have Newcastle, North Queensland, Melbourne. Okay, so you most probably would hold Karapani there. All right, let's go to the next game. Rabbitohs beating the Parramatta Eels. To me, this was the biggest upset of the week. Tallis Duncan, he is a weapon of a player. I thought this was just nothing but a fluke, but holy moly, he is absolutely just a workhorse and can get over the try line a lot. Jai Gray, big game of 87. Zach Lomax, 126. That's huge as well. Iongi, 98. I'm very surprised Eels lost this game, to be honest with you. No shade on South, but no Latrell Mitchell. No Hubner. I thought Eels were going to be a bit more consistent on this one, but South just have this no-die attitude, and it's working out for them. So that's really good to see. Cody Walker, 62. I wouldn't go there at this time of the season, but good to see him putting up points like that still. The biggest one here for me, Tallis Duncan, huge. I wouldn't go anywhere else near another Rabbitohs player, in all honesty. Maybe if you were crazy, you could go Jai Gray because he's just an absolute workhorse. But with Latrell Mitchell most probably coming back next week, you can't do that. Parramatta-wise, besides that, I can't really speak about anyone else Supercoach relevant. If you do have Josh Adokar, 32 is really average. I spoke about possibly getting him last week. I didn't do that, thank God, because that would have been a tough watch. I have Talon Silva in my team as hooker too, but that's fine. I didn't play him. Jack Williams, 76. That's nice. Hopgood, 62, sort of coming up in his numbers a bit, but nothing crazy. Dylan Brown played in the centres. Cool, but he'll be gone to Newcastle next season anyway, and I wouldn't trust him with a 10-foot pole. Tigers versus Seagulls. This was the worst performance I've seen from the Manly Seagulls the whole season. This was like really bad. Not only did they score the first try and they looked like they were set to have a massive game, they just completely imploded after that, and West Tigers just absolutely dominated. Dewey with 115. I personally think after this Galvin situation, this has been their silver lining. Dewey and Luai look great together. Dewey's a really great player. He's healthy. I think if you have him in your team, you're cheering still. He's a great center position too. In all honesty, let's just have a quick look at the West Tigers draw because this could be something huge here. So they have North Queensland, Canberra, and Gold Coast. If you wanted to do something cheeky and you said, look, I might try and go Dewey for this run home. 2 out of 3 good games. See how we go. He could snag another 100. I'm all for it. Terrell May, 77. Oh, sorry. Which one? Terrell May, 77. Taylor May, 97. That's huge. If you went Taylor May a couple weeks back as a bit of a pod play, that's working out well for you. And honestly, nothing else from Seagulls here. Daly Cherry Evans was so bad this game, like really, really bad. Like almost like to the point where next week it's like, hey, like get your head out of leaving the club. We can still get in the top 8. You played like really, he played awful this game. What did Hopper Whitey get? 27. That's also rough as well. Skelton's also been great for Tigers. He's a beast. And yeah, nothing else from the Tigers. Last game, the game that saved my round when I captained Drinkwater. Drinkwater 146. This still has updates to come. Young 75. That's very good in a game where everything was going Cowboys' way. And I know the score looks very one-sided, but Knights had so many chances in the first half to actually make this a game, and they completely fumbled. Dearden 96, for those that went Dearden as a bit of a pod in the 5/8 or halfback, well done. That's a nice little score there. Purdue 72, that's good. I think Drinkwater was also playing in the halves this game, which was interesting to see, and he still popped 146, so that's cool. But yeah, very, very nice. Braden Burns, not Billy Burns. Braden Burns had a really nice game as well. He was doing a lot, but he got an intercept try and only getting 69 with that and a couple of other things he did. That's a bit scary. Bateman, he was okay. He's just a very weird player. Got a line break and yeah, he somehow got 71. So congratulations to him. But a good effort. And honestly, nothing else from the Knights super coach wise. Dane Gagai, if you still have him, 28, get rid of him. It's time to go. And that is it for your game weekend NRL round 24 wrap up. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a quick little wrap up here. Interesting to see if people have any trades left, 1 or 2 trades left. I think it's going to get very down to the wire. Can't do any trades. I'm going to shift out Garrick and just sit tight with 1 trade left and go from there. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for supporting the channel as always. If you aren't a subscriber and you do enjoy the video, just give it a subscribe. It's completely free. And obviously, we're looking forward to the end of this season and the new one coming for our way next year, which I'm absolutely pumped for as well.